Morning all, something a bit different today. So let's get going, see where the wind takes us. Let's run the new intro. So good morning all, and welcome back to Handlebars and Holidays. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. It's a beautiful day. Nice to be out back on the bike again. It seems like it's been a while. Every time I've had the opportunity to go, the weather's been a bit shit. So here we go, and as I said, something a little bit different. I thought we would go to one of Perth's best sort of tourist attractions. Everybody that comes to Perth always visits Kings Park, so I thought we would take a ride down to Kings Park today. So we'll have a nice little tootle down the coast first, and maybe make our way over there. I'm also running a different, well, a 3-camera setup today, so kind of challenging myself with the editing a little bit again. I managed to pick up another GoPro the other day for quite a good price, so trying to do 1 or 2 slightly different things today, trying to keep it interesting for you lot, you see. That's what it's all about. Still having quite a bit of trouble, well, not quite a bit of trouble, the same problem with the Harley. Still not managed to get the Harley back up and running yet, for various reasons. My normal mechanic unfortunately is out of commission at the moment. He's got some health issues and he's not working at present, and that bum just threw me then. I can't think what to say now, I've lost it. No, sorry, back to what we're saying. Yeah, my normal mechanic's got some health issues. I found another guy who seems very, very capable, but he's not been well, and there's been various things. COVID keeps rearing its horrible, ugly head. We've actually just this morning come out of a 4-day lockdown here in Perth. So we're actually able to move about again. We're still having to wear masks outside for another few days, and then hopefully restrictions will ease a bit further. There's limited numbers in restaurants and things like that. You can have people around to your home, but again just in very limited numbers. But fingers crossed, within a week or so things will go back to normal. But no, the Harley is it's frustrating. I don't like having it just sat there. I tried again a couple of days ago to see if it would start, and it won't. So it's definitely an issue, and we're almost certain it's the ACR valves. So I'm just waiting of my new guy coming good. The last couple of weeks he's been coming at the end of the week, and then various things have stopped him. So hopefully he doesn't ring me today while I'm out, but it is what it is. Just coming through the suburb of Mullaloo. A lot of the people that watch my videos will know Mullaloo quite well. The Mullaloo Beach Hotel, just here on the left, is been there quite a few times. Nice food in there. A little bit cooler today. It's currently 14 degrees. So the old winter gloves are out again. This is the time of year when the weather is quite bizarre at morning, especially if you come out early at morning on the bike. I mean, I've purposely left it a little bit later. It's about 10:15 now, and temperatures got up to sort of 14-15 degrees, but around about 8-9 o'clock it'll be can be really quite chilly, and you come out and you're bloody freezing, you know. But then middle of the afternoon, 2-3 o'clock, it warms up. Might even get up to I think it's forecast about 20-21 today, but it's difficult when you've got to select one item of clothing for the whole day. The trials and tribulations of living in Western Australia. Oh, there's a very interesting car, a couple of cars up. I don't know if the cameras picked that up, but that's something rather special. It'd be nice to catch him up and see what that is. We can get past this guy who suddenly decided to try and make it hard, I think. Is that a McLaren? Not sure what that is. A little bit sneaky, but there we go. It is a McLaren. Wow. Now look at that beastie boy. Goodness me. Oh dear, there's a couple of quid there, isn't there? Holy crap. That's a sexy car. Wow. There's some serious money in Perth. I'd bet my house on the fact that that is not his only supercar. There's a lot of people in Perth got car collections. There's a guy, somebody was telling me about a guy, I think it's called the Lee Collection or something like that, and this guy's made an awful lot of money just oh, there he goes. I don't think I've got much chance of keeping up with him. It'd be nice to see this car from the front, because it's super sleek from the back. Holy shit, that's a nice car. What would be really funny would be to watch me trying to get in and out of it. It actually must be quite frustrating driving that round the street, knowing the amount of attention that it attracts, the noise that it makes, and you daren't put your foot down anyway, you know. God, that'd be frustrating. I'm glad I've not got one now, actually, now I come to think about it. So this little stretch of coast along here is actually, I kind of think about it as being Poser's Paradise. This is where, especially in summer, and all the beautiful people come to strut along the coast here and show off their extremely well sculptured bodies with you know, their skimpy bathing costumes and trunks on. It's actually quite hilarious on a summer's night to ride down here and just people watch, just tootle along at this sort of speed and just look at the just look at the people that are so obviously out for a pose. And there's the ones that deserve to pose, you know. They at the end of the day, you got to hold your hand up and say, well, they've put a lot of effort into that body and they sort of deserve to show it off. But there's also the ones that, you know, should never have been allowed to buy Lycra. And then let's be honest, I'll put myself straight in that category, obviously. I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not, but it is funny. It is funny. When the weather picks up a bit and it all gets really nice and warm, I'll come down here on the bike and I'll film it, and it's a giggle. It really is a giggle. Oh, well, was that a Ferrari going the other way then? Some beautiful houses along this stretch. Nice Mustang there, old one. What a car. Wow. Another Ferrari just gone the other way. As I say, I think if you've got anything to show off, this is the stretch of road that people come to do it. Quite a lovely day today. Temperature's up to 16 degrees now, but unfortunately from tomorrow we've got an awful lot of rain coming, so it looks like tomorrow's going to be a stay at home and almost watch telly type of day. Maybe a bit of editing. But unfortunately, most of next week is also shit. So that's not going to be good. It makes work a lot harder when the weather's bad. We have to wrap all the skirtings in plastic, and it just takes time. And if the wind's blowing the wrong way, and when we're in somebody's garage and the weather's blowing in, it gets real awkward. But I've got to whinge about something on my pond. There we go. This is the huge Karrinyup shopping centre, which they are expanding massively at the moment. I don't know whether I've actually been in that one. I don't think I have. I'll try and keep out the shopping centres. Just realised I've not turned on my... In fact, I could do it now. No, I'll not bother. Lights have changed. I've not turned on my intercom, so nobody can ring me. Nobody from work can ring me. Leave it turned off. I want to talk about work on the weekend. So one of the things that I've been kind of messing with over the last 2 or 3 weeks, we actually changed a vehicle. We sold my work van to my son-in-law, and we bought a little Suzuki Swift Sport. And I filmed aspects of it, and my intention was to do a little vlog on picking the car up, a few changes that I wanted to make, putting bigger wheels on it and things like that. So I've done various bits of filming and done various bits of editing, but it's actually turned into a massive not a problem, but just hugely complicated. So I think all I've done to date, I'm probably going to have to scrap. I think I'll scrap all the footage, and what I might do is get that open a bit. What I might do is just another little separate vlog, just explaining the issues and how we got over them and what have you, because it's still ongoing. We finished up having to lower the car, and the lowering springs that were ordered about 2 weeks ago, that was supposed to take 3 weeks to come, it now turns out that there's no stock worldwide. So we're now waiting of them being manufactured in Germany, and it's going to be several weeks. So this video is just getting put off and put off. So it's going to be very disjointed. So I think what I might do is just scrap it and do another little separate thing a bit further down the track. But it's a shame, because I spent a lot of time editing it and just generally pissing around with it. Oh, look at that! Can you see that over there? What is that? That looks like something off Tron. Holy shit. You just imagine those orange bits to glow at night, don't you? I said there was a lot of money in Perth, didn't I? That's got to be a Lambo. Oh, I hope the camera's picking that up. Super cool. Oh, caught the horn again. This is the trouble with having my winter gloves on. Oh, Mr. Mercedes with his crackly exhaust. Little bit of a boring stretch of freeway, I'm afraid. Just the easiest way to get there. Oh, I think I bollocks this up. Sure have. Should have gone straight on. Don't particularly like coming into the city. I always find, even with the bloody Waze, your navigation thing on, I always seem to manage to get myself in the wrong lane at the wrong point and cock it up. So this is actually Kings Park, right in front of us there. I think this is Kings Park Road we're just turning onto. Where's he going? I'm not entirely sure which way the sat-nav's going to take us in now. Which way? Ah yeah, Fraser Avenue. This is where I was hoping we would go in. So this is Kings Park, people. The entrance to Kings Park. It always strikes me as being quite bizarre that, I mean, there's the city, we're literally in the city, and this is a huge park. There's a tremendous amount of it given over to just nature, really. There's the Botanic Gardens and lots of monuments and all sorts of things going on in here, but it's just a massive area that's been given to park space, and it's right in the city. It's you know, in terms of the real estate value, I suppose, of this space, considering where it is, there's the city. It's colossal, absolutely colossal. Beautiful, beautiful space. Already quite busy. There's probably some motorcycle parking somewhere. There you go, there it is. Check that out. Actually, let's go in the right way. anybody, any non-bikers out there questioning why there's a right way and a wrong way to be in here, because the ground's sloping a little bit to the left now and your bike leans to the left. If you go the other way around, the bike's a bit more upright than you want it to be. Possible falling over situation. So here we are. This is Kings Park on what is shaping up to be a beautiful day. Let's flip you around and have a little bit of a wander. Kings Park actually covers an area of just over 4 square kilometres, which, as I say, when you consider where it is colossal. So let's go and have a look over the city. So this is the big monument to all the people lost in the wars. The eternal flame there right in front of us. And this is the whispering wall. You can whisper at one end and it comes right round to the other. There's a big memorial. So if you consider how close we are to the city here, that's the freeway there, and this is literally this is the Narrows Bridge that goes from north to South Perth. This is the Swan River we're looking at now, and over there, pretty much centre camera now, is the new Elizabeth Quay development, which is quite nice. So there is your Perth cityscape. Photos, when you see photos on the internet or wherever of Perth, they're usually taken from over the other side of the river there. You can see, again, pretty much centre camera. That little green, that's South Perth. And they take photos from there looking back at the city this way. Especially in the evening when the city's all lit up, you get the reflections on the Swan River there, and it's absolutely lovely. So this is a real cool spot. So there is the continuation, again, the Narrows Bridge, and the continuation of the freeway heading south down the side of the Swan. Lovely. So this is the bushland section of the park, which I think is pretty much just left to nature. You know, they keep it tidy, but it's pretty much left to bushland. Here's another nice little lookout spot. It's a shame I couldn't bring the drone down here. It'd be great to fly the drone over here, but they'd string you up, I think. So here's the little kind of treetop walk. Our UK friends that imagine that when you look over into the bush in Australia, you see Snakes and spiders everywhere. You don't. You never see anything. That's amazing. There you go. So there's a view. That's the old brewery, the old Swan Brewery there in front of us. Not a brewery anymore. Oh, Lucy would love this bit. Yeah. Lovely gardens everywhere. The DNA Tower is around here somewhere. That's quite interesting. Okay, so this is a little bit of a disappointment. This is the DNA Tower, and for some reason it's all covered up. They must be renovating or something. DNA Tower refurbishment. Ah, there you go. So they're late. It was supposed to be finished last month. Shame. Was going to go up that and would have been some nice views. So all this side of the park over there is basically all left to natural bush, and it's kind of all this area that way that's developed. But yeah, beautiful park area. Okay, so you're just seeing the obviously the edited version of this trip. What you can't tell is I actually walked down into the bush area and got lost. It went dark. I ended up making a fire and camping out, and fortunately my bushcraft skills came into play, and I was fine. And I've actually been in the park for 4 days now, living off the land, fending for myself, and I've just recently found the tarmac road again, and I'm now walking back towards the cafe to see if I can snag myself a coffee, maybe. But yes, it just goes to show how you have to learn to catch and eat kangaroos and generally live off the land when you live in Australia. So there. And if you believe that, you believe anything. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Pretty fancy. Botanic garden. It's the entrance to. We've sort of walked through that from the other way. Bit nice. So there's the obligatory gift shop. Every tourist attraction has one. And there is the queue for the cafe, which I'm not going to tag on the end of. So I think we'll head back to the bike and find something else somewhere else. But that, my friends, is the rather spectacular Kings Park. So here we are. Well, the bike's still there. The helmet's still there. And the jacket's still there. We're good. Cool. Oh. Okay, so here we go. Oh. So that was Kings Park, and I think you would have to agree it's very, very nice. The only slight drawback is it gets very busy in summer. The cafe there, well, even now, you know, I mean, this is certainly not the height of season, but the queues were too long to be bothered. So as I say, I think everybody that comes to Perth visits Kings Park. So for those of you that haven't been, hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight into what it's like. So I'm not going to head directly home. There's actually a motorbike shop down here that I've not been to for a long time, so I'm going to have a little bit of a nosy around there, I think, on the way back. Very surprised the roads are as quiet as they are. Not quite sure what the reason for that is. We're actually going to be skirting the Elizabeth Quay in a minute, so you can get a look at the new development down there. There's a lot of kind of radical artwork appearing in the city at the moment. That big red thing there, and there's all sorts of weird stuff popping up here and there. I suppose it's nice, really. Brightens the place up a bit. I'm about ready for a coffee or a cup of tea or something. And perhaps a wee, actually. Perth always seems to be quite a clean city to me. A lot of cities are grubby, aren't they? And not really the case with Perth. It's nice and clean. This is the Elizabeth Quay development here, just slightly to the left there. It's all pedestrianised. In fact, it's probably 12 or 18 months since we've had a walk around it, so we would probably find it's changed a bit. So this is Riverside Drive, so named because it's a riverside, and you can drive down it. That section of water there, which is lovely and calm at the moment, that's the Swan River. And when we had our boat, we used to come from down that far end down there, and you could come along here, and there was actually no speed limit. As long as you were more than a certain distance away from the shore, there was no speed limit. So you could come flying down here, skimming across the top of the water, and it was great. And I think they've introduced a speed limit now. We've had a couple of boats whilst we've been in Perth. A little aluminium boat first of all. It was a Quintrex. And then we had a Sea Ray, which was a fiberglass, more of a speedboat type, which is the one I'm talking about tearing down there. Look at that, that's like a mill pond today. Beautiful. Kind of miss the boat sometimes. I don't think we'll bother with another one. It was a period, it was something that we enjoyed for a while, but a lot of messing about, a lot of preparation, a lot of cleaning afterwards. A lot of messing around, but it was good while it lasted. Glad we did it. They do go to some trouble with the public areas in WA. We are very fortunate. We have some nice places. That's another area of Swan there that we used to. Again, there was no speed limit. It was open water. Might still be, I'm not sure. But you could go flying around there. That was quite good fun. This area that we're coming into at the moment is Victoria Park. Awful lot of car dealers and bike dealers and all that sort of stuff. In fact, the BMW dealer's just there. I might call there and have another look when I've done here. Green Mustang on the corner there. That's a bit of a weird colour. Says the guy that had an orange one. There we are, Kawasaki and Honda. Gotta be worth a look. Okay, so I think we're going to head home now. I just had a bit of a wander around Honda and Kawasaki and BMW motorcycles. Always interesting, always nice to have a little bit of a mooch around the bike shops, but in terms of looking at bikes, bit of a dilemma. Not exactly a problem, but I have pondered a little bit recently about maybe it's time to part company with the Harley. I'm not really sure, which gives you the big problem then of what do you replace it with. But I think we'll can't do anything until it's fixed, and we'll just get out there and have a couple of rides and see what the general feeling is, I think. It is quite a special bike, and if I was to let it go, it could be something I seriously regret. I don't know, we'll see. As predicted, the temperature has now risen to 21, which wasn't a bad guess. And considering this morning at you know, probably 7:30, I didn't actually look, to be honest, but I would guess it was probably 5 or 6 degrees, and that's a hell of a temperature shift in just a few hours, isn't it? And by 5 or 6 o'clock this evening, it'll probably be back down about the same. Through the tunnel we go. This tunnel is going under the city, not under the river. So a bit of a boring ride up the freeway home, but East Vic Park just brings you straight onto the freeway, so it's a little bit awkward to do anything else really. Aside from which, I don't mind getting home a bit quicker because I'm hungry and I need a wee. So that's the freeway out the way. Not far off home now, just a few minutes. This is Big Ian in front of us. I wonder why they call him Big Ian. Well, Big Sid, our staffy puppy, or little Big Sid, is proving to be quite a handful. I think I mentioned in a previous video, it's been a long time since we've had a puppy, but you really do forget. And he is so full on, he's got so much energy. He really needs 2 walks a day, and if for some reason he doesn't get them, if we aren't able to do that, he's just so mischievous, it's unbelievable. Towels, socks, pants, anything he can get his teeth into. He's put holes in numerous pairs of Angie's washing up gloves. She's going through washing up gloves like there's no tomorrow. He's just a little sod. We actually, when we got him, he was called, the previous people had called him Leo, which we weren't too keen on, so we renamed him Sid. That seemed to suit. But since then, we should have actually called him Taz, because he even looks a little bit like a Tasmanian devil. And he has certainly got devilish characteristics, shall we say. So I think Taz would actually really have suited him. But he's very used to Sid now, so we'll have to stay a Sid. We actually need to, part of the reason for not being out too long today is to get him out and walked this afternoon, because we've got friends coming round tonight, and if we don't get some of the energy out of him, he will be jumping all over them and chewing them and generally being a right royal pain in the arse. He'll do that anyway, but just to a slightly lesser degree if we can get him out. So we're almost home now, so I think I'll sign off for today. Thank you for joining me on the ride. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the lovely Kings Park. So until next time, take care and ride safe.